Welcome to episode 17, Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. The future of Africa is now. This is an outline of episode 17. The first thing that struck me about Dangote is how young he is. At age 59, the sky is the limit. Dangote is 29 years younger than Li Ka-shing, the richest man in Asia, and 21 years younger than Amancio Ortega, the richest man in Europe. No, he's not a runaway kid or a refugee or a high school dropout. He was born to a wealthy family in Kano, Nigeria in 1957. Some say his grandfather was the richest man in Nigeria. He is also well educated. He studied business at Al-Azhar University in Cairo, Egypt.
And as you see, currently we are here in Al-Azhar Mosque. Al-Azhar, one of the most important mosques in the world, I guess. And this is known as the oldest universities in the world, the oldest working university in the world.
He started Dangote Group in Lagos in 1978. He was 21 years old.
Right. We were actually a trading company. We traded from 1978 up to 1997 in proper sort of trading and trying bits and pieces. In 1989, though, we tried to do textile, and we built a big business in textile, almost up to about 6,400 workers, of which we had to close down. But
for 19 years, he was a very successful trader. His strength, he built a strong distribution network and fast delivery with trucks. In 1997, he entered into manufacturing. He started with sugar, rice, and pasta. His critic would say that he was granted exclusive import rights in rice and sugar through his political connection.
Virtual monopolies on cement, sugar and rice in Nigeria, thanks to exclusive import rights granted in the late 90s by friend and then President Olusegun Obasanjo.
The Cement King, 2000 to 2005. First, he had to go through a near-death experience.
What has been your worst day in business?
a cement factory. We were importing before. 2007, I was already 50 years old.
Right.
More than 3 months into the project, then we realized that it was a wrong soil test. Okay, we had to stop and change all the drawings all over, and all of a sudden we were faced with 1,000 piles to be built. And we came out with a cost of $480 million, and $480 million was huge amount of money in 2003.
It still
2004. Well, in Nigeria at that time, because 90% of our banks, they only had capital of $20 million, and there was no long-term money. All the money we were borrowing was short-term money, 90 days. So you could see the challenge. The project actually stopped. We had to change the drawings. We couldn't borrow too much money in the system, and the money was short-term money, 90 days. Borrowing short-term, investing in a long-term business. And
at the point where everything stopped, what was going through your mind? What did you think?
That if this project fails, that I'm gone.
Really?
Yeah. That's that we had to build a gas pipeline, because the government that promised to do the gas pipeline in 1978, they had actually not done anything. So we had to. That table was very bad in the area. We had to build a dam. Then the factory was not working. So that was really when I went, from black to red. My skin color changed, because I knew that, yes, we are really in trouble. But
in 2010, Dangote Cement became publicly listed, making him a billionaire. In 2013, Dangote became the richest man in Africa.
This is Dangote Cement Obojana. We are having 2,000 people working in the plant.
We have 3 cement operations in Nigeria, one in Ibeshe, close to Lagos, one in Obojana, and one in Benue State. Obojana is by far the largest. It's maybe one of the largest production sites in Nigeria and in Africa.
Now Dangote wants to build cement plants all over Africa.
Kenya, we venture beyond our borders and we feature Nigerian industrialist and business magnate. His name is Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Now, of course, he announced a massive $400 million investment in a cement plant in Kenya, which is equivalent to 35 billion Kenya shillings.
Next is $9 billion investment in oil refinery, with the option to expand another 3-folds in the future.
Africa's richest man is building one of the largest oil refineries in the world.
This is one single largest refinery line in the world.
It takes a whole complex covering almost 10 square miles.
We're going to change it a great deal. This one we're building will satisfy 100% the needs of Nigeria.
If we meet domestic requirement, domestic demand, we will still have surplus to export.
Dangote Group also wants to tap another underused resource, Nigerian workers. For now, these grand plans still look like this. The refinery won't be completed until the end of 2018.
Today, Dangote Group is the largest conglomerate in West Africa, with businesses in sugar, soft drinks, telecommunication, and real estate. For Nigeria and Dangote, the future is one. The future is now.
The real target is for us to see what value can we add and pay back to this country of ours that we call Nigeria, and also the continent of ours that we call Africa. At least so far, we've been taking the flag of Nigeria and flag of Africa to put in places that they were never ever expected to be seen.
What have I learned today? The transformation of Dangote parallel the transformation of the Nigerian economy. There are 3 stages. First, the import stage. Second, the manufacturing stage. Third, the export stage. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments below. Next, I will do 10 lessons of Dangote. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.